It's a very, very special program for us. It is because it is one of its kind. So you can have many leadership programs, but what makes this particular program special is that we just do not teach you leadership, we teach you the language of leadership, and that is what EPCSCL is about. It's how do leaders talk, how do they design their communication, and that is what makes this program special.
If we look at a lot of programs or how the whole landscape of communication studies is constructed, it is often not seen from the angle of how strategic communication plays a critical role in creating leaders. And that is the gap that this program is trying to fill. That is where we have positioned our program, and that is how we have curated our entire content and oriented the whole course towards ensuring that we equip participants with skills that will enable them to become better leaders.
And when you're a leader, you need to be equipped with conceptual, visionary, and material knowledge systems information, and this is what this particular program intends to do. It is to give you the strategic toolkit for good leadership communication.
We are going to talk about things like storytelling. How does storytelling interact with narrative market? Create stories with data, for example. We are looking at communication not as a skill set, but as an important strategic tool to leverage leadership. One needs to be aware of how communication modes have changed. What kind of new strategies and tools do you need? What kind of analytics do you need in order to communicate successfully within this space? We are coming in with a lot of cutting-edge, future-facing theories, including data presentations, data storytelling, transmediality, convergence cultures, market analytics. All of these theoretical ideas, which are derived from concepts, from philosophies, from different disciplines, are then brought into the classroom in a way that can inform these leaders and help them through these concepts strategize and envision a certain workspace. What we try to ensure through that is to provide participants with strategic toolkits. So from these theories and these concepts like convergence culture and transmediality, etc., we create frameworks and toolkits that the participants can then directly employ into their workspace.
Here essentially means how are you going to get people to convert their opinions and buy in what you are selling to them, and that needs strong argumentation skills. However, what makes EPCSCL argumentation interesting in terms of leadership argumentation is the use of behavioral economics and the value of nudge. How do you nudge a system, nudge a team, nudge the market, nudge the behavioral aspects of listeners, and value your point of view. In a global market with multicultural spaces and multinational corporations, and in a very, very multipolar economy today, cultural communication starts becoming very, very important. It always was, but it has even more significance now because of what we call the politics of cultures, cultural profiles, and thereby as leaders, how are you designing profitable communication for different cultural profiles in a multicultural space? That is what is intercultural communication here. Then we'll have a very, very interesting module on leaders as conflict processors, more popularly and stereotypically known as conflict resolutions. Here we say conflict processors because you have to process the conflict, which also entails negotiating complexities to arrive at consensus. So this is conflict resolution. We also have something called digital communication. Digital communication, how do you self-brand yourself on the digital space? How do you present yourself on the digital space? And the digital space now is new media as well. How do you manage reputation? How do you manage brands of organizations and yourselves on a very, very agile space called the digital space? Then we have our age-old oratory skills, which is public speaking, and every leader today delivers an address. But essentially today, how do you craft a contemporary address for today's market, today's citizens, today's consumers, today's generation? And of course, we're going to have something really interesting and different and a first of its kind, and that is called communication analytics. That is qualitative, not quantitative. How do you analyze the market trends in terms of the kind of communications done? And here we have a special twist. We are going to look at the visual consumption, the visual market, and thereby the visual storytelling appliances. This is not the first time this course is coming up, though it's one of its kind, but actually in the world, in the global market. But basically, there's a lot of discussion happening. There'll be transmedial videos setups for you, but essentially it's going to be on the platform with VC Now playing a great role in mediating for us.